I don't know why it's like that, bro. I don't know why it's like that. Like when we're around people, hanging around people, man, and we do it for a long amount of time, some people really do take us for granted, bro. And I didn't make the rules. I'm just the messenger. I'm not the only one that has faced this. I'm sure there's going to be people in the comment section that can agree, that have been through this. Only through our absence do people start to learn to respect us a little bit more. And it's unfortunate that it's that way. It shouldn't have to be that way. If I'm around good energy, if I'm around somebody that's amazing, that I cherish, like my wife, I'm going to appreciate her until the day that I die. But everybody not like that. Some people start taking people for granted. They take who they in a relationship with for granted. They take their friendships for granted. And a lot of people forget the good that you've done. I'm not saying that you're doing any bad, but people forget the good that you've done for them, for others. People may not appreciate how positive you are, how encouraging you are, how uplifting you are. They take that for granted, even though it's like they'll let you know too that they never really had that, and then you provide that and they still take that for granted, you know. I don't make the rules, man. I don't know. I was having a conversation with one of my brothers the other day. This is a story time. I'm not gonna say no names, confidential. Okay, this is a consultation. He was in a relationship and he told me that she broke up with him because of something so petty. He didn't put his location on. And she wanted to know where he was. But they never even talked about location anyways. He told me how throughout this whole relationship, he's been positive, he's been great. He's expressed to her how much he appreciates her and vice versa. But when it came time to talk about something, she wasn't willing to have the conversation. She immediately compared what he did to what another man did in her past relationship. Now listen, trauma is real and we got to heal. And I definitely think that we all go through some tough times, man. And I wish her the absolute best. I know she was hurt, but every man is not the same. And I think that my brother deserved the opportunity to explain himself, or to at least have a conversation with her to express the fact that, hey, if you want location on, we can do that. But no, she didn't even have that conversation. She just broke up with him because she let trauma, you know, she let the actions of another man dictate what she's going to do with this current man. And it was a very unfortunate situation, and I helped him get through it. And I let him know how important it is for him to continue being himself and to not let nobody change him, to not let nobody make him cold, to not let that interaction with a woman stop him from building love with something true, with something real, because that's out there for you. And, you know, it's unfortunate that we live in a world where people aren't appreciated the way that they should be. We live in a world where you make one mistake, or you don't even make a mistake, but you know, people are looking to find flaws in you or find problems. People don't realize that you're the damn solution. You're a pretty good person. You've been working on yourself. You're not perfect, but you definitely add value to people's lives. Sometimes you have to just be absent. Let them miss you. I told him, I said, hey, don't chase her. Don't worry about that. She wanted to leave. You have to let her. That's her right. She doesn't want to have a conversation. That's her right. And I know that hurts, brother, but you have to focus on you. And, you know, I told him to just focus on him. And don't try to, you know, don't try to overdo it. Don't try to chase. Just continue to do what you're doing. Continue to focus on you. And let your absence speak louder than your words. But sometimes we have to do an actionable step, because actions do speak louder than our words. And a lot of times we try to tell people to appreciate us. We try to tell people to love us. We try to tell people how we want to be loved. And sometimes we just have to be absent And it's not something that you do the first time or the second time. You know, I recommend this to be one of the last straws, you know, but at the end of the day, it's something that you should be aware of, and it's a tool that you should use, because absence is going to teach them greater than your words ever could. It doesn't mean that you're not saying the right things. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you're not having or trying to have an awesome conversation with somebody. It doesn't mean that you're not, you know, communicating yourself very, very well or very brilliantly. It's not about communication. It's just about getting through to somebody who have taken you for granted. They've taken you for granted. When somebody takes you for granted, it doesn't matter how you communicate. It doesn't matter what you say. They have to be away from you to understand who you really are. So when we talk about focusing on yourself, I want you to be aware of something. I'm outside right now. I've been outside all day filming for you guys. And there's something that I have on my skin right now, which is the AM moisturizer from Tiege Hanley. And it has SPF 20, okay, which is sunscreen, okay, and it's blocking the harmful rays. And it's important because my skin especially is sensitive. So I appreciate Tiege Hanley, and Tiege Hanley has helped me to have clear skin. They've helped me to be confident, and I will never be absent from a skincare routine, right? A skincare routine is something that we should all have, especially as men. You know, we tend to not take care of our skin because you might as well help it out, right? If you want to know the exact system that I use from Tiege Hanley, all you have to do is click the first link below. You'll get 40% off your first box, 20% off for life, and you'll get a free gift. This is an awesome time to incorporate a skincare routine for your skin. The sun is getting hotter, it's getting warmer out, and you want to be able to protect your skin. You want to be able to have smooth skin. You don't want to neglect yourself. You don't want to be absent on yourself. We're talking about being absent with other people right now. You don't want to be absent on yourself. So take care of yourself and check that out, okay, family? Right? It's important, man. It's important for us to take care of ourselves, because who's going to take care of us for us? And sometimes being absent is taking care of ourselves, right? It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with somebody else's thoughts or opinions. It's a lot to deal with when somebody doesn't see the effort that you're putting in or the love that you bring to the situation. You know, I try to tell my wife every day how much I appreciate her, because I see everything that she does for us, for both of us, and for the things that we have going on in our life. And I don't take it for granted. The little things, whether it's laundry, whether it's making me a meal, whether it's just encouraging me and showing me love, you know, whatever it is, I'm being appreciative, because I'm not going to take her life for granted. And I think that, you know, people can't appreciate us if they don't appreciate themselves. First off, they got to go through that journey of being grateful for, you know, themselves, and being grateful for the life that they have. You understand? You know, how can we expect somebody to appreciate us if they don't even appreciate themselves, right? And it's tough, man, because it's not always fair, man. But at the end of the day, they have to learn to appreciate themselves before they can learn to appreciate you. They have to learn to love themselves before they can learn to love you. They have to see their own value before they can see the value in you. And sometimes people are so caught up on their own value that it then becomes egoic, and then they're on an ego trip, and then they think that they bring more value than the next person. Oh, I'm more valuable than you. And it's like, listen, we all are here on this earth. We all have an opportunity to live. We have an equal right to live. And so in that case, we're all valuable in our own right. And it's not about comparing value, right? But it's about understanding what we both bring to the table, whether in a relationship or in a friendship, whatever situation that you're in. People have to see what you bring to the table. And if they don't see what you bring to the table, don't bring it no more, and then see how they act. You know, there's a video that I saw, listen, it was on social media. It just popped up on my feed, you know, stuff just gonna pop up. It's funny. This guy, he's at a party. He's bringing drinks to the table, and like, he's trying to get, like, you know, a conversation with this girl at the club, at this party that they're at. Okay, I don't condone, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling the story. So he's trying to have a conversation with this girl, but she's sipping on the drink that he bought for the table. So what he did was he picked up the drinks and he started walking away, fam. And then all of a sudden, the women was flocking on him. The women was appreciating him for the fact that he brought the drinks. Now, y'all know I don't really condone the club stuff. I don't really do no club stuff like that. I'm at home. I'll be chilling. But at the end of the day, it's just an example, right? He literally brought something to the table. And when he was trying to at least just have a conversation, everybody was ignoring him, fam. You know, and so he took back what he brought. And then all of a sudden, people started respecting him. I think it's similar in this case. You don't have to take back gifts. You don't have to take back nothing that you've already done. Let that be. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that you have to take back yourself. Just don't put nothing else on the table, you know? That's the absence there. And then you see, you wait, and you recognize, okay, are they appreciating what I did bring? Are they appreciating the value that I brought, or do they not appreciate it? You see what I'm saying? And I think that it's a beautiful thing when people are able to get their act right. And people are able to see what you bring to the table. People are able to see your value, and people are able to appreciate you. You have to let them go on that journey. We can't go on that journey for them. We can't do nothing for nobody. They're responsible for their own life. They're responsible for how they think. They're responsible for their behavior. They're responsible for what they see as valuable. People are responsible for what they see as valuable. You know, I come out every day. I press record on these videos. I know that my content is one of the most valuable, like, content in the world. Is that always going to be reflected in appreciation? No. I may not have as much views as Mr. Beast, you know, but I love what I do. And I'm grateful for what I do have. I'm grateful for the support that I do have, because it's a community, and community takes time to build, especially when we're talking about subjects like these, especially when we're talking about personal development. Everybody does not find value in that right away. It takes time for people to want to evolve, to want to learn, to want to read, right? Check out the Purposeful Man Playbook out on Amazon. That's book 1. I'm working on book 2. All right. Appreciate that. Like, people don't always appreciate things in time. And sometimes you just have to be absent so people can start to truly see your value, because they have taken it for granted. It reminds me of LeBron James. LeBron James, right? One of the greatest basketball players of all time. I definitely got him in my top 3. I ain't trying to have no debates with nobody, but I'm a Kobe guy. I'm a Jordan guy. LeBron right there, though. If you tell me LeBron is the GOAT, I'm not upset, right? Like, sure, man. He's so great. Like, at a certain point, you can't really compare these guys. You just got to respect their greatness. I respect LeBron's greatness. LeBron is so damn great. This man is averaging 20-some points per game in his 41st season, and people acting like it's normal. Right now, he might have to lead the Lakers past the first round. He might just do it. He might just get into his bag because he's LeBron James. Now, he's 41. Does that come with limitations? Yeah, but he doesn't put limitations on himself. You know, he doesn't do that. So at the end of the day, he's showing up. He's giving the game of basketball his all. He's been playing for 20 plus seasons. And I think that people have forgotten just how great he is. He's still averaging triple doubles, still averaging 20-some points, still putting up numbers, and still impacting the team, even outside of the numbers. If you know the sport of basketball, numbers don't tell the whole story. You impact the team in different ways. LeBron is obviously a huge impact on whatever team he's on. So the reason I'm sharing that is to let you guys know, just like people take legends for granted, the people may take LeBron for granted. When he retires, man, watch the level of love. Like, whenever he announces his last season, I need you to watch the level of love that he's going to receive. I'm saying it here first. I want you to understand that the ticket prices is going to be crazy. I want you to understand that, you know, people are going to go crazy for LeBron. You know, I want you to understand that people are going to start appreciating him more maybe than they've ever did before. because they know that he's about to be absent. Absence does something. I told you I'm a Kobe guy. I loved Kobe when he was here. I miss him so much. Did I know him? No. But to any guy that wants to achieve, and any woman that wants to achieve anything great, I mean, this guy's advice was top tier, and he lived it. His absence has made the world adore him, love him, and appreciate him 100 times more than when he was alive. Was he appreciated when he was alive? Of course. Of course. I mean, this is Kobe Bryant we're talking about here, right? But because Kobe Bryant has passed and he has transitioned to the heavenly realms, you know, we appreciate him more. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just a thing. But let's work on appreciating people while they're here. Let's work on appreciating people while they're alive. Let's work on being kind to each other. Let's work on appreciating those that we have in our lives. Let's work on appreciating ourselves. And yo, sometimes going absent is appreciating yourself, because you know your value, you know your worth, you know what you bring, and you want to honor that, and you have every right to. And if somebody doesn't see you or appreciate you, you have every right to remove yourself from that situation. All right. Love y'all so much. Appreciate you for watching. Turn on post notifications, because we be going live. We be live streaming. I don't want you to miss it. First link below for Tej Hanley. Get you some clear skin. I love it. I've been using it for years. It works. It's awesome, especially with the sun. And beyond that, you can follow me on social media at MALIQUEDLEWIS. I love what I do so much, because when I see that one comment that's like, yo, I needed this, it keeps me going. It keeps me going. It keeps me going. It keeps me turning on this camera. It keeps me going. Don't think that your comments don't matter. Don't think that your like doesn't matter. Don't think that your support doesn't matter. In this realm of YouTube, with this line of work that I do, with this type of content that I make, you don't understand how much I appreciate it, because it reminds me that I'm on the right path, that I'm making the right content, and it's a signal that I'll continue to make content like this. Thank you.